Yes. Hello everyone. Good morning to all. I welcome you on all on the behalf of NJ Sunecha Management and Technical Institute, Birawal, Gir Somnath district. Respected speaker, Dr. Chinam Reddy and all delegates and students. He is currently working as a director, National Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Management. Before joining National Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Management, he was a dean, Faculty of Management, Marwadi Education Foundation Group of Institutions, top 6 institutions in Gujarat as per Indian management since May 2014, Rajkot, and also Dean, Faculty of Management, GTU, Ahmedabad. Experience of 26 years in academics since 1992 and has been mentoring students and faculty for more than 20 years. He has been completed PhD in Operation Research from Gujarat University, MPhil in Operations Research and Osmania University, and MSc in Applied Statistics from Osmania University. After working for 4 years in PG Center of AV College in 1996, he joined IIM Ahmedabad as training associate in P and PQM area for 2 years since 1968 to 1998. 1998 to 2016, he has joined SK Patel Institute of Management and Computer Studies, Gandhinagar, Gujarat, and Marwadi Education Foundation, Rajkot, to set off from scratch and contributed to make them one of the best institutes in Gujarat as a role dean and director. 8 scholars got PhD under his guideship and 3 scholars presently working for PhD. He has been more than 25 years got published in national and international journals. In faculty to Nirma University, Mudra Institute of Communication, Ahmedabad Management Association, etc. I invite Professor Dr. Chinam Reddy sir to give his eminent thoughts.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, came to
Maja sir.
Yeah, I'm very happy that the Sunecha College is organizing this workshop or lecture on this post-COVID, how we can able to take it forward the education, our personal life, our professional life, so that we can able to overcome these whatever be the problems occurring to the across the globe here since last 3 months. As you all aware that earlier I was handling the GTU as a faculty of management. In that process, I used to come to this the Sunecha College because I was visiting and Somnath also many times here, like Girish Bhai, like all well wishers and good friends. And I always think that the Sunecha students and the faculty should grow in much bigger way. And wishing you all the best for this one. And now, when Pradeep called me that, sir, we would like to conduct some lecture regarding this one. Okay, now I think let me talk about students are there. I heard some 49 students and faculty are there here now. So I'm teaching this management profession since 92. It's almost you can say 28 years. So as a teacher, so then I thought of sharing some experiences here. Only thing is that you should always believe in yourself, and nothing is impossible in the life. This whatever be the COVID has come, only it is a temporary phenomenon. It is going to go away. Definitely, it is not going to be there like that. But only it's a temporary phenomena. Maybe in the next 1 month or 2 months, completely, I think, hoping that everything will be all right. But always we should think that these problems, when it comes here, going to come. In a, there's a proverb is there. When the door is closing here, you got windows are there. They can able to open the windows like that. You can go into escape like that. And one thing you should understand that in this COVID situation also, you all aware that the Reliance company was able to get almost 92,000 crores additional investment in the Reliance company. And imagine people are worried, oh, COVID. But like, this Mukesh Ambani was able to get the money to the company. And if you're always thinking that process, that is more important here. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I want to we always use our pen, pencil in the everyday life here now. I want to talk about the pencil, how we can able to take this pencil as one of the, the parable we can able to just understand from this one. Yeah, can you able to see, all of you? Can you able to see? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please just, okay. Because I'm using the new, the technology here now, Windows, earlier we used to Zoom here, but it's perfectly all right. Okay. Now, this pencil says that in the beginning, when the pencil maker spoke to the pencil saying that there are 5 things you should need to know before I send you out in the world. Always remember them and you will become the best pencil you can be. First thing is that you will be able to do many great things, but only if you allow yourself to be held in someone's hand. It is a meaning is that, as you know, the pencil you can able to draw things, you can able to write, everything is possible here only by someone can able to do that one. Second thing is that you'll experience a painful sharpening from time to time, but this is required if you are to become a better pencil. As you know, we always go for the sharpening of the pencil every time. Third, the ability to correct any mistakes you might make with the eraser. Fourth thing is that the most important part of you will always be what is inside. Everyone got a brain of 400 grams here. So that is what you can able to sharpen every time. And the last one is that no matter what the condition, you must continue to write. You must always leave a clear, legible mark, no matter how difficult the situation is concerned. Now you understood these 5 points. Now we'll talk about the pencil understood, promising to remember, and went into the box fully understanding its maker purpose. Now you always think, we should always think that why we are on the earth. We came to the earth here with some purpose. Everyone got some vision. You should always create your vision to everyone. And it is so that you can able to make a better thing. Now replacing this place of the pencil with you, always remember them and never forget. And you will become the best person you can be. First thing is that one will be able to do many great things, but only if you allow yourself to be in the God's hand and allow other human beings to access you for the many gifts you possess. Its meaning is that you can able to do great things in the life, always possible, but only you should be always flexible enough. So don't be rigid about the life. Always try to be very, very flexible. That is more important. And second point is concerned, you'll experience a painful sharpening from time to time by going through various problems, but you will need it to become a stronger person. Always think that the COVID also one of the problem, only temporary, it's not going to be there permanent. Like a day and night, how the day go, night comes, night goes, day comes, same way. These all problems will go away, nothing to worry about this one. And same way, the painful experience I'm talking about is that the teacher gave some homework to you or assignments to you. Always try to do very carefully, try to learn and always learn knowledge. Knowledge is very, very important here. And if you really learn those things here, and believe my words, you'll be definitely going to be the better person, always a successful person in your life. And third thing is that you'll be able to correct mistakes you might make grow under. And I'm sure that we all human beings commit some mistakes. Maybe, you can able to rectify the mistake. Nothing is wrong in that. Without mistakes, no one can able to get success in your life. Always think that you might commit mistake, but second time don't commit the same mistake. That is more important. Fourth is that the most important part of you will be always be what is on the inside. And imagine pencil. Same way we have got a brain, our mind also. Now the brain is inside also. Now you need to sharpen the thing here now. Read good books. Just have a good friends. Have a good thoughts about the life. Okay. Believe in yourself. Believe in the God. and definitely is always going to get success in your life. And the last one is that on every surface you walk, you must leave your mark. No matter what the situation, you must continue to serve. God is in everything. Remember that wherever you go, like whether you work in the small office or big office, always make a difference. People should remember you throughout the lifetime. Okay, this person worked in my company. I did excellent things in the company. Whatever the work that you, so that the superiority should come into the work. And that is why when you do like this here, and nothing is impossible. And we all understand everyone is like a pencil created by the marker for the unique and special purpose. I told you beginning also, when you are here on the earth, you are for some purpose. So think about what is the purpose, why you are on earth here. So by end of the day, your parents should think that, okay, I've got a great son or great daughter, like they should think that way. Our teacher should say, okay, he's my student, he's our student, like that. So then friends say, oh, he's a great person here, you should learn from him, like that. People should take you like an ideal person. That is more important. By understanding and remembering, let us proceed with our life on this earth, having a meaningful purpose in our heart and a relationship with the God daily. And believe me, you are always here to do the great things in the life here now. So if you understand this thing, and I'm sure you can able to do a lot of great things here now. And I think this is the one thing here now. And now, like I think a pencil you understood. Now I want to just share you one of the beautiful module on the vision thing here now. It's a very interesting here. And this was a practical study done at the Stanford University. I want to share this particular module with you also, like how these people did. And it's basically a visioning workshop. Like just workshop on visioning and goal setting is very interesting thing here. So it's basically people does this workshop. Now question is that when does the self-development end? And I'm sure that it never ends here. As long as you are on the earth, development never ends. That is why I always say a person graduated yesterday will become illiterate tomorrow. So always, you can say that it is always going to be there. Now, what are your dreams? You might have some dreams. You want to become like Mukesh Ambani, or you want to like Dhirubhai Ambani, or you want like whatever, like, maybe Gautam Adani or whatever, or Nirma, whatever, So what do you want most of your life? You think about this one here now. So like, what actually, why you are here, why you are studying, like what do you want to become in your life, and where do you want to go, why do you want to go, and what do you want to do? So that always should come to your mind. Believe me, the poor man is not he who is without a cent, but he who is without a dream. Dreams are always very, very important. Without dreams, no one can achieve anything. Unless we think about the life, it is not possible to have anything like that. Now, the Stanford Research Institute did a study about the goal setting. So, like and as you know, if you take 10% are very, very wealthy, remaining or not. Middle class families, upper middle class families are there, almost maybe 80%. So remaining 10 to 20% are very poor. That is there across the globe if you observe. Why it is so? Whether there is any luck is there or something like, what is the thing actually? Any background you should have, maybe family you should have, parents you should have, what is the thing actually? So they want to study this one. And this study done on the 30,000 people, not 1%, 2%. That is a big number actually, 30,000 people. From that, 27% people, approximately 8,100 people said that they are needed assistance from outside to run the household. Like if you want to have some roti or if you want to have some, food in the house, is depending on someone else. That is how many people are there? 27% of people, approximately 8,100 people are there. And 60% people lived from the paycheck to pay check with little or no saving. They get the money first of the month, and from that they buy the groceries and they run the shop or they run the house, something like that. 60% people are there. Around 10% people are there were wealthy. Wealthy means even 5 months lockdown come, nothing will happen to them. 6 months lockdown come, nothing will happen to them. That is the people, 10% people are there. Around 3,000 people are there. And only 3% are independently wealthy. They can survive for generation. Well, then a Khandan wala, like 3 generation, 4 generation, they have so much wealth is there. That it comes to 3% of the people are there. Where they doesn't want any money, they have a lot of money. So a lot of money, they can able to survive comfortably. So this is what result got here from the 30,000 people survey by the Stanford Research Institute. Now, here they consider the following assumption. Whether does anyone, you did PhD or you did some, master degree from Stanford, Harvard or whatever thing, something like that, or family background, bolte na khandan acha hota hai, iska family is very good, they're very respected family in the society, something like that, or social standing, so community mein naam acha hai uska, something like that. So what is the thing actually? They have considered all the assumptions they have taken actually. Now, if none of these factors matter, none of them actually affected here now. Whether the person may come, if example I tell you, Sundar Pichai, for example, you may be knowing that. He did a basic engineering from Hyderabad, one of the college. Now today, he is heading one of the great company in the world. Nothing, no background. His father, okay, is officer and government officer, but like that. So people will only get success based on your own thing, nothing else actually. That is what they are trying to understand from the study. And what they said here, it is basically a very big question, a $1 million question, what we call here. Now, the question is very simple. 27% people who needed help from outside had no goals in the life, nothing, no goals. Why do you want to do MBA? No one knows. Why? Because my neighbor joined, so I want to join MBA like that. Or like my friend joined, so I want to do MBA like that. So that is the people like no goals, like chalo karo degree to karo, kuch acha ladka milega, ladki milega, whatever. That also people think that way. No goals, nothing is there like that. Percent people who live from the salary, vague goals. एक दिन मैं हार्डी कार चलाऊंगा, एक दिन I Benz car चलाऊंगा, something like that. Like people have the vague goals. I will achieve this, I will achieve that, I will achieve something like that here. 10% people who were rich had clear goals. They got clear goals. Okay, now I'll complete MBA in 22 years. Then I'll work for some company for 2 years or 3 years. Then I'll start my own company. And I want to become this company, like should have some turnover of 10 crores, 20 crores, whatever like that by end of 30 years. Then I get married, something like that. So goals are very clear. Or I'll complete my MBA program and I'll start my own business. So then I will work 3-4 years and try to see that my company should get turnover of at least 50 crores, something like that. The goals are very clear goals. So, but 3% who are independently wealthy, completely, they have a lot of money. Those people are there and the completely written goals on the piece of paper. So that is why what we call is the blue book we call, we always write goals in our life, what I want to become, how I want to become. So these goals are very, very important here now. Now, goals are not written down or just wishes. Suppose if you think that goals, if you're not writing on the piece of paper or not recollecting every day, you're not thinking about the goals here. Imagine it's just wish only. I wish I would have become CM, Chief Minister of one state. I wish I would have been Prime Minister of some country like that. So it's only wish, nothing else. Okay. So the goals that are not written down are just wishes, nothing else. Now, goals are not about only money. Don't think only money is everything in the life. It is about health also. Today, imagine what is happening. Corona came. Now, health, people, those who got some problems inside the body, they're affecting first. That is going to occur now. Whether you like it or not, the reality is like that. So, health is very, very important. People should live up to 70, 80, 90 years without any problem. That is more important. You should not have any health problems. So that you should live happily. That is more important. And second is quality of relationships are very important. You should have the good relationship with your friends, okay, family. Quality of relations is very, very important. Professional growth. So you should have the good growth in your job, whatever that you do, profession you take, have the good. And social contribution. Imagine you should also give to something to society also. When you make money, give it to some community or give it to something. Contribution is very, very important here. And the last one is spiritual growth. Remember, whether you like it or not, we are on the earth here. There's always power is helping us. And that God, what we call as a power. And the spiritual growth is also very, very important. You should visit and you should have some, like what we call moksha, whatever like that also very, very important. Because these all goals are very, very important. Now, nothing is required and nothing shall prevail except a very little clear thinking. Unless you are not clear about your life, unless you are not clear about your, what you want to achieve in your life, nothing will happen. So that's what John Keynes told here, like, you should have the clear thinking about your goals. Those of us who don't have clear goals will end up working for those who does. So, agar aapke paas goal nahi hai, so you will work for someone have the real goal. That is why you might see today the generation, and Gujarat is better definitely. You got a lot of entrepreneurship is there, definitely it is good. But if you go to other states, so people always think only, especially if you take South, for example, here, they always want to work for someone. They may very clever, but they doesn't have the guts to take get out of and starting the business, something like that. So that is why clear goal should be very, very important here in the life, so that you can able to achieve the things like that. And this goal should be always smart. That effective goal should be always smart. Smart means basically specific. Like, you see the outcome of your desire in detail. Suppose I told you already, suppose I got a goal, I want to set up my own business. And my target is by end of 1 year, I want to have a target of at least 5 crore turnover. That is my goal. Maybe end of 3 years, my turnover should be 25 crores. End of maybe 10 years, my turnover should be 100 crores. Outcome you desired in detail. So imagine this, when athletics are there. So when they want to win 100 meters or 200 meters, 300 meters, the sprint or like, the athletic marathon, something like that. So they always have the clear goal, what they want to achieve by end of this program like that. Prisoners of war also even improved his goal handicap through visualization. The prisoner of wars are like, they a lot of humiliation they go through when they're captured by the enemy countries. And like, they also try to visualize how they can able to improve their goals like that. So that is why you should always specific. Measurable. So don't say, I want to achieve $1 million like that. No, you should have the clear numbers. So quantify the results you seek whenever or wherever it is possible. So it helps always to achieve, okay, I want to achieve 20% growth in my business or 30% growth in my business. So that it is definitely more than inflation rate of the country also. So always have the proper goals are very, very important. And achievable. So don't say that I want to achieve 1,000 crores by end of 1 year. It is not, easy to do that one. It takes a lot of time. Don't expect that even these people working, industrialists working for so long. So if you see the background, if you see the biography, autobiographies of these people, you understand that how much work they do, a lot of hard work they do actually. So who decides what is achievable for you? You should decide, not your friends, not your family, not your society. You should think about yourself. So what is your capability? How you can able to achieve it? That is more important here now. And rewarding. So your goal should put always smile on your face. when you see that, okay, I want to have so much money, or I want to have the good life, I want to have the, good family, I want to have the good house, I want to have the, good relationship with the society or maybe community, or, like that. So then always you have the smile in your face. That is more important. It should be reward. And I am born. Always dream as a deadline. So always keep a deadline. So you should achieve that 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, no problem, nothing to worry. Okay. Suppose you put the deadline in between, something happened like Corona, for example. Nothing to worry. 3 months you can delay the thing, or 4 months you can delay the thing here now. But goals are very, very important. Deadline is very important. Unless you are not going to give the deadline, it is not going to achieve. Thing is not possible. So deadlines are very, very important. And it could be anything. Always take a one book, keep every day, and write there 5 things that you would like to have during your lifetime. So say that I would like to go to maybe like, like I want to achieve by end of my life, I want to have some 100 crores assets in my life, or something, whatever that you want to have. I should have my own 5 cars, something, whatever. 5 things that you would like to have during your lifetime. You can write more also, 20, but start with 4, 5. 5 things you'd like to do. So I would like to go for paragliding. I want to go for snorkeling. I want to go for the big vacation. Whatever, like, what you would like to do in your life. So that is also very important. 5 places you would like to visit. You want to go to maybe Mount Kailash, you want to go to Amarnath, or you want to go wherever that you want to go, or you want to visit US, or you want to go to maybe like Atlantic, or wherever that you want to go. So always write those things. That is very, very important. And you like to experience in the life, like, believe me, I also gone paragliding. It's it's a very interesting experience. Or even I gone for the snorkeling also, under the sea completely in Bali I gone. So it's a different experience here now. So these things very, very important here now. So trying to experience whatever that according to your wish, that is more important. 5 things you would like to become in your life. Okay, you should say that by end of, at the deathbed, people say, oh, he's a great person. What do you want to become in your life? So this is very, very important. And believe me, after going through this presentation, even I started writing my own diary also. I am calling it as a blue book, where I write my goals, and accordingly I'm trying to achieving whatever I want in my life. That is very, very important actually. Unless you're not going to conditioning your mind, not going to achieve anything. Conditioning is a very, very important. And believe my words, nothing is impossible in the life. Everything is possible. Only thing is that you should have the focus about what you want to achieve in you. That is more important actually. You can extend these all goals from 5 to 20 possible, or more goals possible here now. I told you can able to have the dream book or dream board. If you got a personal website, own website, own like a bedroom, if you got, you can put a dream board there every day morning when you wake up. We always pray the God, the Karagre, Vaste, Lakshmi, Karamadye, Saraswati, Kalamule to Gauri, Prabhate, Karadarshanam, by, taking our hands, seeing the hands here now, remembering the God, goddesses. So same way, in the morning, always should see the dream board also, or dream book also. Think what is your goal, so that your mind is always conditioning that I would like to become like that. Or if possible, cut and paste the pictures from old magazines. If you want to, like ride a, like maybe Hardy car, like sports car, you put Hardy car, sports car picture in your this thing, dream board. So that depict your goals always here. So always should review your goals day by day, month, 2 months, 3 months, so that you can able to understand whether achievable, non-achievable, whatever like that, you can able to do like that. So, like this is how we can able to do. And if you think that this, I want to have the house like this here, like in USA, because one of my friends sent it to me. USA, the houses are big and they got a big land. In India, unfortunately, we don't have much land. So, but in USA, we don't have any. People can able to buy hundreds of acres of land. It's possible. Other countries, Europe also possible. America possible. Even Africa, even like Australia possible, New Zealand also possible like that. You can able to have the big cows like this here now. Okay, so this is actually about the vision. I think hope that visioning is very, very important here now. Unless you are not going to have the, like writing down your goals, it's a very difficult to achieve what you want to achieve. This is you can able to face if you want to have the bungalow like this here or villa like this, you can able to face like this here now. And that is very, very important here now. Okay, so I think yeah. So like, now what I so far is that like we understood a pencil concept, because the pencil is important where we should always have the thinking about what we want to achieve in our goal. Second thing is that I just explained about the visioning, how we can able to take the goals, how we can able to have your vision about your life in this case here now. And I'm sure that if you think here, this COVID, don't worry, don't think too much about this corona and all sort of things like that. It's all I told you temporary, nothing to worry. Maybe 1 month, 2 months, I think completely going away from the earth. I think that's what people are saying like that. And we should hope for the best and believe in yourself, believe in the God. Now, with this, I think what I will do, like I will just explain one more, like when you achieve, I'm sure you can't able to do alone. You should have some, as a team, you make a good friends and you can able to make a good team and you can able to make like that. So now I would like to just show, I think this, I'm sure that when we were kids, we used to learn the tortoise and hare story, like slow and steady win the game. But I've just made a additional 2 stories part of this old lesson teamwork to understand why this teamwork is very, very important. Once upon a time, the tortoise and the hare had an argument about who was faster. And, they were fighting here and they both started going mixing here now. To settle can you able to hear all of you? Yeah. Chirag was calling me. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Now, they decided to settle the argument with the race and they agreed with the rules and started off the race, right? Okay. Now, this hare start ahead and ran briskly for some time. Then, seeing that he was far ahead of the tortoise, he thought he would sit under a tree for some time and relaxing before continuing the race. Like under the tree, he fell asleep. So then the tortoise plodding on overtook him and soon finished the race, emerging as the undisputed champ. Hare woke up and realized that he would lose the race. And finally, what happened, the moral of the story is very simple, and study wins the race. That's what we studied when we were small kids in the class 3, class 4. We learned this, right? So this is a version story we have gone on. Okay, now the hare was disappointed. So losing the race, and he did some soul searching. He realized that he would lose the race only because confident, careless, and lax. If he had not taken things for granted, there's no way the tortoise could have been beaten up. He challenged the tortoise to another race. The tortoise agreed. The air went all out and ran without stopping. From start to finish, he won by several miles. Expected, because the air is always much faster than the tortoise. Story, consistent will always beat the slow and steadily. Fine. There are two people in organization also. One slow, methodical, reliable. Other is fast and still reliable. At what it does, the fast and reliable chop will consistently climb the organizational ladder faster than the slow and methodical chop. This is all we know. In the same way, in your class also, students are there. Some is good at mathematics, some is good at maybe OB, some good at marketing, like that. So my suggestion is always you try to make a friends, good group of the students here now. Try to learn from each other. That is very, very important. Really learn like this here, nothing can stop. Nothing can stop you. Okay, so that is more important here now. Now, it's good to be slow and steady, but it's better to be always fast and reliable. Okay, that is fine. Now, story doesn't end now. Very interesting now. The tortoise did some thinking. They know that you cannot able to beat the air in a race the way it was currently formatted. For tortoise to go faster, because that is the hereditary, like part of the, like that. Decided that he thought for a while. He was thinking lot, then challenged the air to another race, but slightly a different route. The route badal gaya, route is changed now. The air agreed, keeping with the self-made commitment to be consistently fast. The air took off and ran its top speed until they came to a broad river. So the finishing line was a couple of kilometers on the other side of the river. So then, air cannot able to go in the water. The air sat there wondering what to do. In the meantime, the tortoise trundled along, got into the river, swam to the opposite bank, continued walking and finished the race. So then, what is the moral of the story? Your core competency. And then change the playing field to suit your core competency. And remember, everyone got own strength. Some is good at English, computers. They can able to make Excel, they can able to make all technical, everything is possible. Some is good at English writing, communication. Some is good at background work, they can do like that. So that is why try to identify your core competency. And some are very good at talking. Okay, think about marketing. Some are good at analysis, think about the finance. Some are good at convincing, good about the HR, something like that. So first identify your core competency. Then change the playing field to suit your core competency. And believe me, if you're able to know your strength, accordingly, if you work faster and you can able to reach your goal much faster way. That is very, very important. In organization also, if you're a good speaker, make sure you create opportunities to give presentations to that enable senior management can able to notice you always. If you're strengthening analysis, make sure that you do some sort of the research, make a report and send it to the top management. Working your strength will not get you noticed, but will also create a great opportunities and advancement in your jobs. Always possible like that. Now, the story has not completed, not ended. Now, the air and tortoise by the time both become very close friends, good friends. They did some thinking together. Both realized that the last race could have been run much better. So they decided to do the last race again, but to run as a team in this time. And this time the air carried a tortoise till the river bank. Now the tortoise took the over and swam across the air on his backside. On the opposite bank, the air again carried the tortoise and they reached the finishing line together. They both felt a greater sense of satisfaction than they would felt earlier. Now, what is the moral of the story? Individually brilliant and to have a strong core competencies. But unless you are able to work in a team and harness each other's core competencies, you'll always perform below par because there will be always a situations at which you will do poorly and someone else does well. Teamwork is basically a situational leadership, letting the person with the relevant core competency for a situation to take leadership. You all know, no more on the earth, are distributed among the two sons, Mukesh Ambani. Now, see the situation after maybe 10, 15 years now, what is happening now? So, Dhirubhai Ambani and Mukesh Ambani in much faster way. Anil Ambani was actually become a bankrupt, if you take like that, because the decision they take here now, the impact on your business, whatever that you do, whether you take the decisions right or wrong, have the impact in the long term. You can't expect that it will overnight, it will change, nothing will happen. It will take some time. So the decisions are very, very important here now. So we can able to learn a lot of lessons from this small story, that neither the air nor tortoise gave up after failures. Remember, we all get failures in the life, but you should not give up. The air decided to work harder and put more effort after his failure. The tortoise changed the strategy because he was already working as hard as he could. Sometimes we think that, sir, main itna mehnat kar raha hu, I'm working so hard, I'm getting a less grades in the examination, something like that. So think about that. So unless, you need to change the strategy, whether you are unable to present properly, whatever be the answer that you knowing, something like that, be good. Your presentation may not be good, something like that. So you need to think about what are the mistakes, what are the problem coming. So you try to strategize your things actually. In life also, when faced with a failure, sometimes it is appropriate to work harder and put in the more effort. So you should not lose hope in the life. Always put a lot of work harder. Sometimes it's appropriate to change strategy and try something different. So, and sometimes it is appropriate to do both. So that is very, very important. Unless you are not able to think properly, so it's a very, very difficult. So you need to always think a different ball game. That is very important. The air and tortoise also learned another vital lesson. What is the lesson they learned? When we stop competing against a rival, competing against the situation, we get success very fast. Remember? So now today, even like India, for example, facing a lot of problems because of, this economy, all sort of things like that. Unless we are working together and working against the situation, for example, here now, then I'm sure that India will succeed, and I'm sure India in next 10 years, we are going to become superpower. It may take 20 years, but our youth is there, as you all aware that 65% of the population is under 35 years of age in India. That is an advantage to the country, if you take like that. Whether you like it or not, it is an advantage to the country. And are going to have a lot of benefit comes to the country. And even if you say, for example, if you take Corona, for example, just I was analyzing also, take across India. So how many people are there? Even 2.5 lakh people affected. But what is the population of the country? 135 crores. If you're comparing that, is a less than how much percentage? Very less. Telangana, for example, we got 4,000 people got affected. Out of what is the population? 4.35 crores. So which is almost less than 1%, even less than 0.01% like that, which is very less, nothing to worry. This is all temporary, and unless, the vaccine comes, people have the fear, but you shouldn't have any fear about this stuff. But people die more in accidents, people die more in, other heart problems, something like that, diabetes, something like that. But this is not a very thing. But anyway, it gave the good lesson to us, and it is giving the good opportunity for us to learn more in this case here. Unless you are not situation, you are not going to do this one. Very interesting story happened in 1980s. Coca-Cola company and Pepsi, this thumbs up, like, this company, Pepsi and Coca-Cola, they always, if you might have observed earlier, if one is coming with the Sachin Tendulkar, they used to come with other cinema actor, something like that, A lot of money they spend on the advertisements. When the Roberto took over as the CEO of the Coca-Cola company in 1980s, was faced with the intense competition from the Pepsi company. Understood, executives asked here, what is the Pepsi? Why you are focusing more on the Pepsi? So market share, how much they can increase? 0.1%. So he said, forget about Pepsi. Now decide to stop competing against the Pepsi company and instead of competing in a situation of 0.1% growth. Then they took the data from the market. On an average, the American drink 14 ounces per day. What was the Coke share of that? 2 ounces. Roberto said that Coke needed a large share in that market. The competition was not Pepsi. It was that water, tea, coffee, milk, and fruit juices that went into the remaining 12 ounces. The public should reach for a Coke whenever they felt like drinking something. And that is where the Coke company came with the vending machine concept for the first time across the globe. So sales took quantum jump and Pepsi have never quite caught up since. And that is why Coca-Cola become a leader. At least they got the upper edge here comparing with the Pepsi company. So that is, you should always think about how we can able to overcome those things here. So some of the story, never give up when faced with the failure. Fast and consistent will always beat slow and steady. And work to your core competencies always. And compete against a situation, not against your rival. Don't think about your rival at all. Don't waste your energy, time for those rival also. And pooling resources and working as a team will always beat individual, like, fortunes, like whatever, like, okay. So this is very, very important in the life here. So you can able to build a stronger teams, and I'm sure that you definitely achieve success in your life. So this is what, and I want to share some 2 small stories, the real life stories to understand. It's a real thing, it's surprising actually. Like what happened, one of the family, they have the habit of taking the ice creams, like end of the dinner. So they used to go from one shop. So they got one car, and whenever they early night, they used to go in a car, father and son or father, daughter used to go and buy ice creams, and they used to come and eat ice cream. That used to occur every day. And they got a new car. So new car, when they got here, now what happened? They used to go to the shop. Shop was just around 5-7 minute drive from the home. So when they go and in the shop, when they were asking for this chocolate or some, strawberry or some butterscotch ice cream here, nothing used to occur. The car used to start properly. But whenever they was taking, this vanilla ice cream here, the car never used to start. So wondering actually what happened, like, when we are taking the vanilla ice cream, the car never used to ignite, start here now. But whereas other ice cream used to start here. So this owner of this car owner wrote a letter to the company saying that I got a new car, but this is what actually happening, is the surprising why it is occurring here. So the company sent one executive. So to inquire actually what is the problem. So like really whatever this car owner told, it is true. Like whenever the person used to take like that. So they understand the situation. What was the problem is that actually the vanilla ice cream is a generally fast selling ice creams. So they kept near the counter only. Whereas the chocolate and other flavors are inside. So it takes some time. So the problem was that actually the engineer was there, observed the same thing, whatever this car owner told, it's true. So they identified. So finally, what is the conclusion they made? That, like, when you stop the car, immediately the vanilla ice cream was near to the counter, is to come fast to the car. So then immediately if you start the car, it won't start. But whereas, the other ice creams were inside, so it takes time. By the time the ignition become cooled and they can able to start properly. So that is where the company completely changed the ignition of the vehicle. Why I'm just saying that, how the people, like, you need to think about actually the problems. Then you find solutions like that. For any problem, solution is there. Same case, nothing to worry. Only temporarily affected a lot of people, and it's a destruction taking place across the globe also. Europe countries are horrible, like America is also horrible. Luckily, nothing happened to India, not much damage. Okay, damage is not fine, but we'll suffer for next 5-6 months economically also. But it's a temporary phenomenon, I told you here now. But we should overcome all these things here. And I'm sure that with this overcoming, we can able to, definitely can able to overcome, come with the new solutions. And you should not lose hope in your life also, and always work hard, and we can able to achieve whatever that we want. Okay. Yeah, I think how much time is there? Still I can speak, or I can able to have any questions from the this thing. Hello?
Yes.
Questions you want to ask, or should I continue one more presentation? Hello? Should I like continue, or like any questions you want to give, or I want to give one presentation, one more presentation? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. You can take your own time.
Pradeep?
Please continue, sir.
Yeah, I'll give the last presentation here, like the very management thoughts here. I think before going here, let me understand a basic, small stories of four. So I want to share it with you. Right? Yeah, can able to see, I believe, right? Yeah. A small parables, what I call actually. A crow was sitting on a tree, doing nothing all day. Okay, a small rabbit saw the crow and asked him, "Can I also sit like you and do nothing all day long?" The crow said, "Okay, sure, why not?" So the rabbit sat on the ground below the crow and rested. All of a sudden, a fox appeared, jumped on the rabbit and ate it. Okay. So, like a rabbit was sitting on the ground below the crow and rested. All of a sudden, the fox appeared, jumped on the rabbit and ate it. So, what is the lesson we learn from it? To be sitting and doing nothing, you must be sitting very, very high up. Very small, parables actually. I'll only take 3-4 I've taken to understand. A turkey was chatting with a bull. I would love to be able to get to the top of the tree, sighed the turkey, but I have not got the energy. I haven't got the energy. Well, why don't you nibble on some of my droppings, replied the bull. They are packed with the nutrients. The turkey pecked at a lump of dung and found that it actually gave him enough strength to reach the first branch of the tree. The next day, after eating some more dung, he reached the second branch. Finally, after the fourth night, he was proudly perched at the top of the tree. Soon he was promptly spotted by a farmer who shot the turkey out of the tree. And what is the learning from this one? Bullshit might get you to the top, but it won't keep you there. So your hard work always going to pay. A little bird was flying south for the winter. It was so cold, the bird froze and fell to the ground in a large field. While it was lying there, a cow came and dropped some of dung on it. As the frozen bird lay, there is a pile of cow dung. It began to realize how warm it was. Thawing him out, he lay there all warm and happy and soon began to sing for joy. A passing cat heard the bird singing and came to investigate. Following the sound, the cat discovered the bird under the pile of cow dung and promptly dug him out and ate him. So, then he got the sound and the passing cat came where sound is coming and picked out of the cow dung, and they ate it. So, what do they learn? We can learn 3 important lessons from here. Not everyone who drops crap on you is your enemy. Don't think that, कोई ऐसा कचरा फेंके तो आपको enemy होगा. Not everyone who gets you out of the crap is your friend. Again, don't think that कोई आपको निकाले तो कोई friend हो सकता है. And when you are in the deep crap, keep always your mouth shut. That is the very interesting. And the last one, this is the thing here now. A boy rode on the donkey and the old man walked. As they went along, they passed some people. It was a shame. The old man was walking and the boy was riding. The man and boy thought they may be critics, but true, and they changed the positions. Later, they passed some people that remarked, what a shame. He makes that little boy walk. They decided the both would walk. Soon they passed some more people who thought they were stupid to walk when they had a decent donkey to ride. So they both rode on the donkey. Now they passed some people that shamed them by saying, how harmful to put such a load on a poor donkey. And said they were probably right, so they decided to carry the donkey. As they crossed the bridge, a man lost their grip on animal and he fell into the river and drowned. If you try to please everyone, you will lose your ass. So always, you should have your own clear thinking and you can able to focus on your own. That is very, very important. Yeah, I thought just sharing these things here now. I think hope people understood something here now. If they want any question, they can able to write in the chat. I can able to answer. I can able to give to the principal. He will give the question. Whatever is okay to me. Any questions if you want to ask? Any questions if you want to ask any questions, anyone? Yeah, I think now we close the session. Otherwise, it will no meeting, no questions are there. And thank you very much. And I'm wishing you all the best. Student, nothing to worry. Everything will be all right in maybe a few months here. Faculty also, you focus on your research, if anything like that. And I'm sure you can able to get success in your life. And once again, I thank you very much. And I wish you all the best in your life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Hello. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. My best regards to elders and very good afternoon to all. It is my pleasure that I get an opportunity to express gratitude on behalf of Jnanadhar Shekharlal Sonecha Management and Technical Institute. Knowledge sharing is a fundamental process of civilization. People who have knowledge and relevant data gain respect when they share what they know. So, first of all, I am very much thankful to Dr. Chinnam S. Reddy sir, Director of National Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Management, for his valuable guidance and motivational speech. At the same time, I would like to share one thing with all of you is that from the very beginning of this institute, he has been guiding us for the development of this institute. I convey my thanks to the management of this institute for their permission and providing resources to arrange this webinar. I also thankful to the director of this institute, Dr. Krishna Chandra Dwivedi sir, and HOD of MCA department of this institute, Mr. Chirag Raj sir, for planning and execution of this webinar. I would like to extend my gratitude to all the participants, including our directors, professors, students, and also our faculty members and technical staff for making this webinar successful. At the end, I would like to say a few words for Dr. Chinnam S. Reddy said that today and tomorrow and all the times too, world of education is become brighter because of people like you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you all. Jai Hind.